Yeah, well, first of all, sorry for the delay. We actually generally practice at this time, so we it's a long week for us. You know, anytime you're coming off a loss, it can be agonizing, and particularly in a game where you were outworked and outplayed and outcoached. So it's been a long couple of days, but it's also been a good week for us in terms of, just regrouping, studying, and learning to improve. So it's a great opportunity for us with a really, really strong opponent ahead on Saturday. So we got a lot of work to do between now and then.
Thank you very much, Coach. Our first questions come from Brady with ThursdayNight.com. Please go ahead, Brady.
Good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
Coming off a split road trip in Alabama, in both games, the team shot pretty well under the season average from the field, and both games saw the other team show some zone defense looks for stretches. Do you think there's a correlation at all there, or do you expect to see zone as you go into the second half of the conference slate?
I do, and I don't think teams are going to play zone because they're facing us. I think there's some teams who employ zone that are going to use it. It looks like South Alabama made a decision that's the way for them to go defensively, because they've played a lot of zone of late, and Troy has played a fair amount of zone, and we saw a lot of zone against Monroe. So I think we're at a point in the season, because most of us in the preseason probably are like 75-25, and I speak for most coaches, where you spend a lot of time on your man offense. And for us, everything being new, we spend a fair amount of time on man offense and not enough time on zone offense, and we find ourselves in a stretch where we're seeing predominantly zone. So it's an adjustment that we're in the middle of making, and we're probably going to see some on Saturday, and then we're going to see South Alabama and Troy next week. So it's an area where we need to improve.
And then just general, where you feel the team's at this point in the season?
You know what? I think that we remain a work in progress. We've been a developing team the entire year, and we've had our share of ups and downs, win or lose. Even in some of our wins, we've had our rocky spots, and in some of our losses, we've shown some of our best qualities. So we're still developing that identity as a team, and still trying to cultivate some leadership inside of our team, and we're treating this like it's really a journey. This narrative I keep hearing about us being the defending SEC champs, whatever, but we don't feel that way. This team doesn't feel like that. I obviously was not a part of a Sun Belt championship, so we're a team that's just trying to build something and trying to become something and develop an identity and do something of our own. And so that's our mentality. And so, at this point in the season, we're just somewhere along that journey, and of trying to get better every day. And games like the game against Troy are contributing to that we're learning about ourselves in areas where we need to improve. And I think that's what coaching is all about. And ultimately, we will, like a lot of the teams in this league, we'll develop some continuity and some leadership, and it'll strengthen our program. And this is just who we are and where we are right now.
Thanks, Coach.